Today is clearly timely. There's a number of extremely important questions Americans have about Facebook, including questions about safety and security of their data, about the process by which their data is made available to third parties, about what Facebook is doing to protect consumer privacy as we move forward. But one of the issues that is concerning me, and I'd like to dig a little deeper into, is how Facebook treats content on its platform. So, Mr. Zuckerberg, given the extensive reach of Facebook and its widespread use as a tool of public expression, do you think Facebook has the unique responsibility to ensure that it has clear standards regarding the censorship of content on its platform? And do you think Facebook adequately and clearly defines what these standards are for its users?
Congresswoman, yes, I feel like we have a very important responsibility to outline what the content policies are and the community standards are. This is one of the areas that frankly, I'm worried we're not doing a good enough job at right now, especially because as an American-based company where about 90% of the people in our community are outside of the US, where there are different social norms and different cultures, it's not clear to me that our current situation of how we define community standards is going to be effective for articulating that around the world. So we're looking at different ways to evolve that, and I think that this is one of the more important things that we will do.
Okay, and even focusing on content for here in America, I'd like to shift gears just a little bit and talk about Facebook's recent changes to its news feed algorithm. Your head of news partnerships recently said that Facebook is, quote, taking a step to define what quality news looks like and give that a boost so that overall there's less competition from news. Can you tell me what she means by less competition from news? And also, how does Facebook objectively determine what is acceptable news and what safeguards exist to ensure that, say, religious or conservative content is treated fairly?
Yes, Congresswoman. I'm not sure specifically what that person was referring to, but I can walk you through what the algorithm change was if that's useful.
Well, maybe I'll just go on to my other questions then. There's an issue of content discrimination, and it's not a problem unique to Facebook. There's a number of high-profile examples of edge providers engaging in blocking and censoring religious and conservative political content. In November, FCC Chairman Pai even said that edge providers routinely block or discriminate against content they don't like. This is obviously a serious allegation. How would you respond to such an allegation, and what is Facebook doing to ensure that its users are being treated fairly and objectively by content reviewers?
Congresswoman, the principle that we're a platform for all ideas is something that I care very deeply about. I am worried about bias, and we take a number of steps to make sure that none of the changes that we make are targeted in any kind of biased way. And I'd be happy to follow up with you and go into more detail on that, because I agree that this is a serious issue.
Over Easter, a Catholic university's ad with a picture of a historic San Diego cross was rejected by Facebook. Though Facebook addressed the error within days, that it happened at all is deeply disturbing. Could you tell me what was so shocking, sensational, or excessively violent about the ad to cause it to be initially censored? Given that your company has since said it did not violate terms of service, how can users know that their content is being viewed and judged accordingly to objective standards?
Congresswoman, it sounds like we made a mistake there. I apologize for that. And unfortunately, with the amount of content in our systems and the current systems that we have in place to review, we make a relatively small percent of mistakes in content review, but that can be, that's too many. And this is an area where we need to improve. What I will say is that I wouldn't extrapolate from a few examples to assuming that the overall system is biased. I get how people can look at that and draw that conclusion, but I don't think that that reflects the way that we're trying to build the system or what we've seen.
Gentleladies. Thank you, and this is an important issue in building trust, and that is going to be important as we move forward. Thank you.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.